I also have some fabulous collaborators for this project, and it's been sort of pure chance, pure luck. Um, that's how it worked. I don't want to sit down and sort of form a band or anything. I consider it more of a tribe, where it's where I'll invite whoever I think it's an interesting collaborator could be, or a contributor to the project. And sometimes they'll just walk into the tribe and say, "Hey, can I do something with this?" And I'll invite them to try it out. And some of these guys been sticking with the project. First guy I worked with on the project was actually Icedale, the enslaved guitarist. He helped me out doing some extra guitar on the debut concert at Roadburn 2015. After that, I worked alone for a long time. And then I was introduced to David Hall, the video maker, who is now making the video backdrops for the Bardspec live concerts. And he's involved to the point where I consider him a band member. And through David, I met another fantastic North American. David is Canadian, and then I met Steve Austin, an American, who's the guy behind the legendary Today's the Day band. Fantastic band, very influential for all of us in the metal scene. And they thought it would be a good idea to hear how it worked out having Steve adding some lead guitars to the Bardspec live show, which I did back last year, 2016, in April in New York. I did a gig, and that's where Steve played with me for the first time, and that really blew my mind, man. That guy was just perfect for the project. So having done that, it just felt right to continue. So he's also a band member. And those two guys are like the main collaborators. Of course, I have my co-producer, Ivar Sunday, which I record basically all my stuff with, Enslaved, Bardspec. Who also contributed quite a bit on the album, with some live drums, some effects and stuff. He's also a great guy to have on board. Going back to David Hall, which is so important because people see it live, and I guess the album has been presented already online with his videos. I think since it's non-verbal music, or instrumental, I guess it's a less pretentious word. Pretentious, more. I think it's good to have some visuals, and they have the same function, I think, that we talked about when it comes to numbing the consciousness and opening the floodgates down into the subconsciousness, or like the hyper terminal of the biomechanical personality. The images are very abstract, and they're quite they're bombarding in a sense, and they don't really make they don't make up any linear history, and I think that makes also the brain, or the front guards of the mind, let down their defense a little bit, to let you dream and to let it flow back and forth, and you can do whatever you want to do with your thoughts. Sometimes it's good to just flow away and relax. Sometimes you can use these techniques of visual and sonic bombastic stimulation to whatever, to recode some symbols within yourself, to sort of plant ideas with yourself, set new goals or whatever. I guess, again, some people regard this as psychological processes. Some would think about it as spiritual, and some think it's magic. It doesn't really matter. The thing is, as long as it works, and for me it definitely works, to have the combination of this ambient, repetitive, atmospheric music with the visuals. It sort of gives a full-on package that that gives me headspace to explore with it.